Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Oswald. I am a licensed physician from the state of California, and I happen to also have a degree in psychology. Now, I understand that you individuals are here because you have been criminally convicted in the court of law for behavior that is abysmal. So it is my job to determine here today whether you should be in prison, or maybe you just need some betterment of help for your mental state. That is why we're here. Now, what I'd like to do to resolve this evaluation is go around the room and introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit about yourselves, and ultimately what led you to be here today. Now, before we get started, there are some similarities between all of us here, isn't there? It's a little peculiar. But nevertheless, let's move on forward. I'd like to start with this gentleman over here, Mr. S-Cinetone. Please, tell us a little bit about yourself. Alright, well, my name's S-Cinetone. I'm in the adult entertainment business. So, right off the bat, I can see you're all a little at ease. I can tell you that these guns are not loaded, so you can simmer down. Now, truth be told, I don't know why I'm here. The last memory I had was doing what I do best. I was at work, and then I just suddenly got here. So there's not much to tell, but something about what you said about freedom and the betterment, I will do whatever it takes to cooperate. I will do whatever it takes to cooperate. I don't want to be here as much as any other one here. Right, well, thank you two-time Tommy. That was a very honest and direct introduction. Now, obviously, you are here for a reason, but we can dive more into that later. I would also like to speak to you more about this adult entertainment career path you have taken, but that was for another time. Now, did anyone notice some peculiar behavior from Mr. Tommy Two-Time over here? I'd like you to pay attention to that. It's these abnormal behaviors that have caused some of you, in particular, to be here today. Now, going on to our next individual. I understand your name is Juan Castillo. I also understand that you have inquired about an interpreter. Now, staffing is a little tight, so we weren't able to get one for you today. However, we would still like to break these language barriers. If you do not know a lick of English, that is perfectly okay. Just speak to us in the best of your ability, because emotions are universal. You understand? You can write that down. Emotions are universal. So go ahead, Mr. Juan. Tell us about yourself. Mira, yo no sé cuántas veces lo tengo que explicar otra vez. Yo no sé qué rechingados estoy aquí. Estaba en la tienda, estaba comprando mi papita, fui al fútbol para jugar y de repente estoy aquí. De repente, ya les dijo una y dos más veces. Me quiero salir de aquí ahorita, pero ahorita me quiero salir de aquí. Yo no sé, escribiendo en tu libro de librita. Sigue escribiéndole. Sigue escribiéndole, pero yo te estoy diciendo ahorita que me quiero ahorita. Pero ahorita. Well, Mr. Juan, that was interesting to say the least. Now, I will be quite honest with you. I did not understand a lick of what you just said. However, the emotions came across as very hostile. Therefore, it seems very obvious to me why you're here, if I'm being quite honest. However, I would like, Tommy, did you observe some of Juan's behavior? That little tick? There is some commonalities coming on between us. Now, this last person we have here, the chart says your name is John Cubio, but your appearance says otherwise. Now, we are all safe members of the LGBT community, so we are all accepting of your choices in life. However you like to be addressed is perfectly fine with us. Now, for the purpose of today's meeting, I will address you as John unless otherwise stated. So, John, would you give us a quick introduction about yourself? Let us know why you're here. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Oswald. You are correct. I was born with the name John Cubio, but I have in fact changed some aspects about myself. Now, I don't have a lot of time to introduce myself, but rather I will give you a warning. We only have about 5 more minutes. And if you have noticed something common amongst yourself, it's because there is. They are trying to separate us. They are trying to divide us into different pieces. But we are the same person. We will always be the same person. Do with that information what you will. I will speak to you all soon. Well, thank you so much, John. I would have liked to get a little bit more into your character, but I do understand. Now, she did speak some truth. This is the end of our meeting. As much as I would like to indulge and get more into your characters, we have run out of time. But there is some truth to what she said. There is no mistake here. There is no coincidence. We do have similarities amongst each other. We might even be the same person. You know, society often thinks that when one doesn't think alike, or one is a tad bit different, that there is something wrong with us. That we need to be medicated. That we need to be treated differently because we are a little bit different. But I implore you, I implore all of you, that if you're listening right now, there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with any of you. And if you can hear me, you are perfect, just the way you are.